Okay, so today we are learning how to solve triangles that are not right triangles. In other words, they're oblique triangles. Now we're going to use law of cosines to do so. Law of cosines, you can use law of cosines whenever you have a side, which means that you know all three sides. Or you have a side angle side, which means, if you look at this example right here, if I knew side C, angle A, and side B in that order, side, angle, side, then I could also use law of cosines. Okay. When I say solve the triangle, what I mean is we're finding all three sides and all three angles. Actually today we won't be doing that, but here in the very near future, a lot over this unit will be solving the triangle, which is finding all sides and all angles. So here's the formula that we're going to use. If I'm solving for A, then A squared equals all of this. And we're using the calculator for this portion, so make sure that you put your calculator in degrees in order to be able to use the formula here. And so you'll end up taking a square root of everything. Now, this formula right here is if you know side, angle, side. And then this formula right here is if you know side, side, side. Okay, so for the first example, we've got triangle ABC. Where side B is 5, side C is 7, and angle A is 39 degrees. So we're looking at side, angle, side. So I would use that first formula. So we're solving for side A. So A equals the square root of 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 5 times 7 times cosine of angle A, which is 39 degrees. When you put that into your calculator, you end up getting 4.427. Now I'm not going to go through this next one, but I will show you that the angle S is 127 degrees in 42 minutes. Okay, now you may be asking, what is a minute? A minute is just like a clock, just like the hours, 1/60th of a degree. And then you also have seconds, which you would use quotation marks to show seconds. A second is 1/60th, just like time, 1/60th of a minute. Okay. Now, on your calculator, if you hit second, apps, which is it's actually angle. Okay. But that's the apps button, APPS. You'll see degree, you'll see minute, and you'll see some other stuff. But that's where you'll find that whenever you plug it in your calculator. Okay. Now on the back here, we can do one more here where we've got triangle XYZ. Sorry, I need to make my triangles a little nicer. X, Y, Z. And we know side X is 3, side Y is 7, side Z is 9. Okay? So we know side, side, side. So I will use the second formula there. So we're looking at cosine of angle Z is equal to, that would be 3 squared plus 7 squared minus 9 squared over 2 times 3 times 7. And you get the cosine of the angle equals negative 0.5476, and it goes on. On your calculator, you want to hit inverse cosine. And go ahead and hit second negative and pull down the answer, because we don't want to lose all those decimal places. And when you do that, that will give you the angle. The angle is 123.204 degrees. Now everything in this unit, we're going to be rounding to the nearest thousands, so 3 decimal places. So angle Z is equal to 123.204 degrees. Now this last one, I'm not going to work through the whole thing, but I want to show you that if you have triangle XYZ, this is side 3, 7, and 11. Okay, very similar. But if you plug all that into your calculator, plug the formula into your calculator, you'll get a no solution. You'll get an error. And the reason is, well, for one thing, you have cosine of the angle is equal to a negative 1.5, which, as we know, anything outside the circle, if that's negative 1, anything outside is going to give you no solution. Okay. Also, we know that, excuse me, in geometry, you learned about the triangle inequality theorem. Okay, which says that if you add 2 sides of a triangle, it must be greater than or equal to the third side. So right there, when you add those 2 sides, you get a number less than. So 10 is less than 11. Therefore, you get no solution. Okay? Because what you're looking at is a triangle like this, where that side doesn't make it. That short side. It's not long enough to make a triangle. So there you go. That's how you do this homework. And your homework's there at the bottom. You have 1 through 10. That's homework 1A for the 5th, 6th weeks. All right. Thank you very much.